Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. It's Wednesday, April 5th, third reading of the night. This is another viewer requested reading regarding Donald Trump Jr. And will there be repercussions for his posting up on social media the trial judge's daughter's picture at what appears to be a coordinated campaign and attack on the judge's bias, and that coordinated attack would be with Eric Trump, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Breitbart, etc., etc., etc. It's basically what they posted up a picture of in an article that had come out a couple years ago, where this particular judge's daughter was in a campaign with Harris and Biden to get them elected. Apparently, the company she works for also is Biden and Harris are customers of theirs, so there is a connection. But seems rather hypocritical that if they're saying that somehow a judge's family member is involved in a political campaign, that they should not be involved in any decisions that, I guess, either impact that campaign or enemies of that campaign. Because as it's been pointed out, Donald Trump has had appointed a lot of judges, and they've ruled on cases of his. And further, I would go to say that there's a certain Supreme Court justice whose wife is a big-time Republican PAC person, fundraiser and such, helped pay for buses to get people bussed over to the Capitol on January 6th, and seems to have a lot of her fingers in some pies where they don't belong. And but we'll just ignore that, okay? You know, again, once upon a time, I was a Republican. I grew up in a very conservative household and voted Republican, so on and so forth. I would like to think that my dad would look at this and just shake his head and acknowledge that the Republican Party, as he knew it, doesn't exist. I have an identical twin brother. He still votes Republican, but you know, he had a campaign sign on his lawn in 2020. It said Biden Harris. I may be a Republican, but I'm not an idiot. So there are some out there. You know, I'm not a Republican anymore. I look at everything that I was told the Republican Party was when I was young, and none of it's true. Fiscal responsibility, no, that's not it. Bootstraps, yeah, no. I'm much more progressive than anything else. As I get older, I'm just wondering if my progressive ideas will keep up with what the younger generation that's coming into power and is going to enact their changes. I'm hoping I can keep up with that and not be the grumpy old person yelling at people to get off my lawn or something like that. Anyway, I digress. First thing I want to ask is, you know, tell us a little bit about the coordination between Marjorie Taylor Greene, Eric, and Donald Trump. I'm kind of curious what their scheme was. I think it's pretty obvious, but you know, sometimes you get some insight by asking the question. So they came up with a plan, and they went ahead and went forward with this plan. I got this thing upside down? Yes, I do. Okay. So they had this plan. They're going to go forward with this plan. And this plan is basically to, come up with a message, ruin somebody's reputation, ruin somebody's relationship. So, a couple of nights. So it was definitely, this wasn't an accident. This obviously was coordinated, but this is just confirming to me that, yeah, it's a plan, and they're false friends. You know, they're going forward. They're trying to basically intimidate this judge and this judge's family. Maybe get him kicked off the court, and maybe get a more friendly Trump judge on there. I don't know what that would be, but okay, fine. And there we go. There's your government. So this was going after the government. This is the same judge that ruled against his businesses and made Trump Org a multiple count felon. So yeah, that's the past. This judge is in the government, has been involved with that, and the current vibe is winner takes all. They're pulling out all the stops, and it doesn't matter how low they go, who they hurt. They will try and enact whatever plan they've come up with. They are going to enact it, and they don't care who gets hurt along the way. Obviously, because the whole reason why you put up her picture is that the base knows what to do next. I'm surprised they didn't dox her and say where her address was, so the crazy Trumpers can go find her. Overarching energy is the Queen of Cups. They're emotional crybabies. They've lost it. They have lost it. They've lost it. They've lost it. They cannot control their emotions anymore. They're just lashing out. They're lashing out at anyone or anything, and it doesn't matter if it's a kid, if it's a woman or a man, they're going to go after that person. And the lesson to be learned is the King of Wands. I think, in some ways, this could also be Lady Justice, who's, keeping a lid on things for right now, because we've got a judge here, and this judge tried to be very fair with Donald Trump, but this judge wields a big stick, and I think he's going to temper his response over time. I have no doubt that Donald Trump is basically testing the waters, trying to find out how much he can get away with. He wants to know where the line is. And he just keeps poking and prodding a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more to see if this judge is going to do anything. And if this judge does nothing, he will just keep trampling over that line because there are no repercussions. So the King of Wands needs to get off his throne and do something about it. But I think what they want to do is they want to end this person's ruling over the trial, and I think for them, I guess this judge is a willing, or even Don Jr. I guess is a willing sacrifice on this one. But I think they're gonna. Now this is more the wait and see. This is okay, now we've done this, let's wait and see what happens. Let's see if the base comes out and unalives people. So I think that was their general plan, is they're trying to get this judge removed. They will go to any lengths to have this judge removed from that case. And it's because they realize that if they don't pull all the stops on this one, then the next case goes through, and then the next case goes through. So in some ways, if they can't derail this one case, which is generally considered the more minor of the big cases against them, if they can derail this one, they might be able to derail the other ones. But if they cannot derail this case, they've got no chance of derailing the other ones, because they're just that much bigger, that much more important. These are just horrible people. Good Lord. Assaulting for the party of law and order. Party of law and order, feel free to stand up and denounce this behavior. And again, don't give me any crap about how wonderful the Republicans are behind closed doors. They don't like them. You know what? Nobody's standing up. Nobody's showing a courage or even a bit of spine. I should look up to see what Liz Cheney's response was to this, if anybody bothered to ask her. But, she pretty much developed a spine the minute she was no longer welcome at the party. So, as much... And I know she's got a spine. That woman is a strong, tough woman. But, dang it, it's not only do you have the characteristics of being strong and tough, but do you know when to use it? And can you use it even when it's not to your advantage? To when you're going to suffer all sorts of consequences and exclusions and stuff like that. That's the true test of courage. And I haven't seen a courageous Republican yet. Anybody who is a courageous Republican, it's because they've got nothing left to lose. Michael Steele's on MSNBC on Morning Joe talking about it and how cray-cray they are. Yeah, but you weren't saying that stuff when you were the head of the RNC, now were you? Sometimes you just got to speak up and defend what's right. Okay, how's this all going to pan out? Maybe we'll ask about Junior himself. What about Junior? What's going to be the consequences for Don Jr. for doing this action, if any? What are going to be the consequences for Junior for this action? Okay, secrets revealed. It's also Crazy Town. Okay. Maybe we don't know yet. Let's find out. Crazy Town. There we go. It is Crazy Town. Lover's card and the Celebration card, and then holding on to underneath is holding on to things. Okay, so signifier card is secrets. Secrets unknown. Secrets to be revealed, but they're not revealed yet. So, and again, I was making Crazy Town because the moon could be about insanity and such things like that. Now, I don't think Don Jr. is insane. I wouldn't say the same thing about his father, but right now, I guess it's probably more that concern that secrets are starting to be revealed and doing anything to keep those secrets from coming out. I was asking what's going to happen to Don Jr., and it sounds like we're getting a little bit I don't know if we're finding out about him. It looks like Donald Sr. is more the thing here. So central underneath that card is the Lover's card. So this is about those relationships. You know what it is? It's the secret. This is about the secrets coming out about Donald Trump's relationships. It's starting with the Stormy Daniels relationships, but it's all the other people that he's had relationships with, and he doesn't know. Trump Sr. doesn't know which way to turn. He doesn't know what to do in this case, and he'll give away all the things of value to protect his secrets, because underneath it, it's about trying to hold it all together, trying to keep his family money, trying to keep the secrets that he has close to his vest, but his secrets are going to be revealed, and who he was working with on that one. He doesn't know what to do, and he's losing. He's not winning. He's losing. Okay, but that doesn't tell me about Junior. That tells me about the Donald. What is going to happen to Junior, if anything? I think this just gives me more background as to why they did what they did. They know that if he cracks on, again, if they can't get this judge off this case and they can't control the narrative on this case, they won't be able to control the narratives on the other cases. And if they can't control the narrative on this one, bad things are going to happen in this one. It's going to cascade into all the other cases. And Donald Trump will throw other people under the bus. There is no loyalty is a one-way street with him. And if he could throw his own son, his own sons, and Marjorie Taylor Greene under the bus to get him a lighter sentence, he'll do it. Won't even think twice about it, because he's a narcissist and it's all about him. We got the Page of Swords popping up there. Okay, now there's your reckless young Don Jr. saving daddy. What's going to happen to Don Jr.? All right, see if we get... They're not going to tell me. Fine. See how many cards we get the same. We get the King of Swords, Three of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. Okay, and underneath it all is the dark money, the group work. No, his secret. First off, they're not going to tell me. We don't know yet what's going to happen with Don Jr. Again, I think this is about Trump secrets, and the secrets involving, this could either be secrets that involve foreign governments, foreign entities. I don't think this is him making plans. Maybe secretly he's making plans to flee, and that could very well be. I didn't ask about that, but that's always a possibility, right? But I think it's about his secrets involving foreign governments, and the truth is going to come out. The judge is going to be no nonsense, brutal. It's just going to be cut and dry. This case is going to be a cut and dry case. And then you have Letitia James and Fonnie Willis and everything else that's coming his way, and E. Jean Carroll coming his way. So there's a lot of women with big sticks coming after his butt too. This could very well be him wanting to leave. I'd want to leave if I were that. I don't want to face those ladies. And then underneath it is that group work, that dark money, the agreements that he's done. So again, I think what they're concerned about is that Trump's secrets are going to come out. It's going to show it's involving foreign governments, how he was working and selling stuff to those governments. This is, this could be like the FBI. This could be like the CIA. Could be those government agents, or not to mention the judge looking at that and going, oh, crap. Not necessarily this trial, but the other trials coming up because it involves the women. All right, so Don Jr., it doesn't look like right now I'm going to find out anything about any punishment for your behaviors, and probably there will be no punishment for his behaviors. It's kind of like one of those things that he did the rotten deed before he was warned what the punishment was going to be for doing the rotten deed. So it's like a freebie. Lovely. Mature, isn't it? Okay, well, hope you were entertained by this reading. Do all the YouTubey things, and I'll catch you on the next reading. Have a good night.